Hey guys, it's Dr. Paul here, and we are here to talk to you guys about distant healing. So, just a little bit about me, naturopathic doctor in Calgary. I practice it. I practice with a lot of tools, and I treat a lot of different conditions. And I use Reiki as one of them. So, today we're going to talk about distant healing, and distant healing has a very long history in many, many religious traditions. Takata taught it, and before that, I have not been able to get much on the history of the process beyond that point, but that doesn't mean other people haven't. So I'd encourage you to be good Reiki historians and read, original writings and research and so forth on that topic. We do need to discuss ethics. So as with any healing, we do need to get informed consent from people. Many times people have used psychic consent. They will ask the being's energy which they connect to if they can proceed or not. This can be very tricky for beginners. Informed consent is best, just telling someone, hey, I do distant Reiki, this is what it is, may I do it on you, and getting permission. That is ideal of them or the person in general or their guardian. A simple workaround is to use intention. Just state when you're doing this, if this person does not want Reiki, have it go to the planet. Have it go to someone that does. So not everyone wants to heal or doesn't want Reiki, and that's totally all right. We need to respect their own right to determine their lives. And this can go for people you are getting permission for. Like, let's say you're the mom of your, let's say a kid's mom wants you to give distant Reiki to them, but you go and connect to them and they're like, no, I don't want it. Follow that. Just, you can still send Reiki, just send it to the planet. The planet always wants Reiki. So, limits. It's traditionally used on another person at the same time, but it can be used to treat in the future, in the past. It can be used to treat groups of people, planets, landscapes, locations, ideas, species, anything. There really are no limits on what we can do with distant Reiki. It is a stepping stone to realizing the fundamental energetic and non-local nature of reality. Eventually, you will be able to connect to things, collectives, concepts, energies with intention. Or rather, at an even more advanced level, by realizing the connection you already inherently have to these entities, these energies. It's really the first step into a much larger world. So, to practice distant Reiki, get yourself into a calm meditative state first. A few deep breaths, perhaps the awareness exercise I posted elsewhere on my YouTube channel. Perform Reiki. Connect to Reiki as an energy. Use the Hanshization end to connect to your intended target, after you've gotten permission, of course. And then, according to Diane Stein, there's 4 basic methods. She details these excellently in her book, Essential Reiki, which I highly recommend. So the direct method is to imagine the person in front of you. Just imagine them like lying on a table or something like that, and apply Reiki to them as you would in person. This takes time, and it can be hard to focus for that long, especially for a beginner. But the work you put into doing this will pay off. It is an excellent exercise. It's also really good if you're going to apply other distant healing methods besides Reiki. If you're going to do distant acupuncture, distant osteopathy, distant Bowen therapy, and so forth. Having this representation of the person in front of you can really be helpful in doing this. And you can indeed do these things. I've done them. They're lovely. If you're going to do distant diagnosis of someone as well, or distant assessment of someone, you can use this method is really the best one as well. A small version of Reiki, or of distant healing, you basically imagine a teeny tiny person that can fit into the palm of your hands, and you kind of cup your hands around this teeny tiny person and give them Reiki in this way. This is a very quick, very easy version. I like this one a lot. The proxy is you imagine an object as the target, you give Reiki to that object, and the person will get it. often a photograph, and quite often you'll use one's thigh. You'll just imagine an image of that person on your thigh and just, put your hands on top of your thigh, give Reiki to their, head and torso, and then put them down, and so forth. It's also a good method I use frequently. A last method is a representation. So you imagine an object that represents a person and give Reiki to it. This one is Diane Stein's favorite, and she prefers flowers. She will see the flower bloom as she gives it Reiki, and the flower will achieve full bloom as the session is done. There's many methods of distant healing as there are distant healers. You can use any of these methods, or alternately invent your own. I really hope you guys take up this method and take up this teaching. It is very, very wonderful, and it is the first step towards these larger levels of energetic skill building. If you got any questions about this, you should say, you can give me a message. You can email me at drpaulterria.nd@gmail.com, and you can look at my website, drpaulterria.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Take care. Bye.